Well, the discus have been laying eggs here, so we've had discus eggs in here. They've been kind of territorially fending off their eggs, but they're doing super well. We pruned the plants back just recently, and they're looking hungry right now. We're gonna go out and keep working on the sump. It's Friday. We've got to get this FJ sump done and completed so we can install it into the main area underneath the stand this week. Let's go do it. Oh, you're gonna go too? You be a good dog, you stay inside. So we have our filter tray, basically is what we've got. This tray is gonna house the protein skimmer, the fleece filter, and the CRTT. It's gonna have a constant water level, about 7.5 inches of all times, and that's really important to maintain a proper amount of pressure on the skimmer. Skimmer in sump sits in about 8 inches to maybe 9 inches of water at the most. So 7.5, 8 inches of water will be perfectly fine inside there. So it's gonna be super cool. We're gonna go ahead and glue it in now. I've got the weir area, so that's the glass box is gonna fit inside of here. Water's gonna go into the fleece filter, exit over here, down in the floss tray, and then the other drain's gonna come over here, exit down to the floss over here, go through the bottom, through the blue mesh, and then over to the E-flow pumps on that side. So it's gonna be a pretty cool build. A lot of detail work in building a glass sump like this. One of the questions we had last week was something related to the silicone, how I just wipe the silicone into the seam in here. And a lot of the reasons that I do that is to build the seam up. There's no reason to trim that, make that silicone perfect. And I've never had a sump leak in as many years as I can ever remember. So that extra little bit of silicone that we wipe inside there is beneficial. It makes a longer piece of beaded area that the water can't come out of the sump. It's gonna be really cool. Boy, that was easy. Wipe it up. So that was it, really easy. I put too much silicone here, we'll have to wipe it back, but beyond that, I was only supposed to fill it to the black line. That's about it. It looks pretty easy. So we've got the beginning of the sump box ready. You can see kind of how it's gonna lay out. The protein skimmer is gonna fit up inside of here, like so, something like that. And we just put it up there for now. The fleece filter also is gonna rest in the box, something like that, right there. You get an idea now how it's coming together. The CRTT will also fit up inside there. So if we put the skimmer down just a little bit and the fleece filter here, you'll see we have enough room for the CRTT 1500 right there. So it's gonna be a really super cool plumbing layout and a constant water level of 8 inches, which is where you want the water level on this fleece filter, which is where you want the water level on this Deltec 1500i protein skimmer. Water will spill over here into the floss and then back through there with a lot of flow with these two E-flow 12s. So it's gonna be a really super cool skimmer, and some plan, you can get a good measurement here of how tall this is overall. Almost 32 inches here, and you'll see underneath inside the stand, you've got plenty of room also right here for that to sit inside there. So about 32 inches clear. So all of it fitting inside here is gonna fit perfectly. It's gonna look super, super great and be really a wonderful filtration setup. Someone asked us about a fleece filter and the proper way to plumb it in. I'll show you on the back of it. This is the input port on the Deltec, and you're supposed to have a 1-inch PVC line coming in with a valve here from one of your main drains into the fleece filter. So the automatic switch goes up and down, and it feeds the material as needed as it gets dirty because the water level goes up. So you gotta have a constant amount of water level. You could put a gate valve here, you could put a ball valve here, and regulate how much water goes into the fleece filter. But you should always have water running into the fleece filter full time. Pretty easy. That's your water in straight down there, and then this goes up onto the roll and rolls around in circles, and that's it. So the water goes in from a main drain that you regulate, not from an emergency overflow or something. So you want water going through the fleece filter 24 hours a day on a constant basis. Remember to like, subscribe, send your questions, and we'll see you on Friday.